was just about to throw out this Telstra NBN router thing. What is it? A Wi-Fi unit. Telstra Smart Modem. Gen 2 with voice backup. And put it in the e-waste. I thought I might as well have a look inside and see if I get this thing apart. So to get them apart, first you've got to start with this bottom bit, and there's 2 screws under the label there, which is why the label's pulled off. And a few clips, so you've got to kind of gently prise it out. That pops off. Then you get to the end of the circuit boards with this bracket. There's just, you can see the obvious 6 odd screws that take that out. I think it goes in that way. I did pop the top off, even though I didn't need to. It turns out, just to see why the boards wouldn't come out. What does this say? Is this a date? 18 4 24. So it's the 4th month, 2018. I'm guessing. Yeah, it goes from 18 to 23, and then yeah, you got up to the days up to 30. So the 24th of April 2018. ABS plastic recyclable. Didn't have to remove that. The boards still won't come out because you've still got this front panel in at the time. And I started unclipping it from behind. These clips here stick through. You can poke a screwdriver down. Obviously the circuit boards are in there, but you can get it down either side of them and start popping it off. Then I realised that wasn't going to come off, so found that little screw hiding under there. So just one little countersunk screw that went through there into the boards or whatever. Once you take that off, you can pop the rest of this off, and then your boards slide out. I already started dismantling these. They're all screwed together. The 2 boards plug into each other. Got all these antennas. I thought it might be just worth showing people if anyone wants to scrap one of these or whatever. I don't think there's any parts really in it worth saving. There is one board here, little Wi-Fi board. I did have to cut a bit of tape and stuff to get these, once you take the screws out, to get them off the plastic frame they're on. So that should come out, I guess. Man, it doesn't want to. So it's stuck by more than one screw. It should. Oh, there's a big piece of tape under it by the look of it. Oh, there we go. It's a tape or a heatsink. Not sure which. So it has a Quectel EGO6-AUTL EGO6A Ortilla 5112 ACY. Whatever any of that means. Now it's got a part number 1419519200049J RO1. So yeah, pretty useless probably. Can you pop the, this looks like one of those, oh, it is a little metal cover. I've never looked inside. Is there anything interesting in these? Pretty much as expected, just chips. Nyanya or something chip there. And yeah, a few different little enclosed metal boxes for the RF shielding or whatever. And what do we got here? We got these. Oh, there is a, is that just, yeah, maybe that is some sort of heat sinking. It's almost like a paste itself. Weird stuff. Looks like there's a microprocessor or something under this. So there's one bit of aluminium. Definitely not worth your time to take it out, I don't think, but there is one piece of aluminium. So those chip things, or resistor arrays, or whatever, they're all, maybe they're optocouplers. They're obviously just hooked between the sockets and the rest of the circuitry. So there's some sort of interface or isolation. Looks like some sort of transformer, chopper, power supply. Oh, went in that hole. Well, that's not where the power supply went in. It's that socket. Oh, that would be the transformer for the phone line, I think. Because you could have 600 ohm isolation transformer. That could almost be worth pinching, but I just paid good money for some of those. So there's one little bit of aluminium, and no, it doesn't look like a microprocessor under there, or there's something there. Let's have a look. There's another shielded Bit of circuitry. There's your main chips probably. That one doesn't even... Oh, is it just covered in white stuff? Does it have a label on there or anything? Not sure. Maybe a RAM chip or something as well. So nothing of much value in there. A couple of push button switches. And looks stuff on the other side. Oh, that's soldered on. That one isn't. That's the other side of those chips, I think. Looks like more heat sinking maybe. Now how hot all this stuff runs. So that one, I think that's soldered on. So that one can go in the scrap, I think. And yeah, these barely worth doing anything with. Just little antenna boards by the look of it. Can we get them out of there? And we've got another heatsink here, and that one's actually soldered onto the board, I think. Oh no, that was a lie. There is a little plug, but it went under the heatsink. But yeah, I don't want any of this rubbish. I haven't even taken the plastic off this board yet. This is one where the power comes in. These would probably be good screws for laptops or something, because it's a very similar sort of thing. I'll hang on to those. And let's see what's the next bit of aluminium hides. Probably about as much use as the last one, but might as well have a look. So it shows you how hot this thing must run. But I guess it's got a Wi-Fi transmitter in it. More lidded enclosures by the look of it. Actually that one's soldered on. Now I think most of this stuff's soldered. Maybe there's something on the other side. Now I come this far, might as well have a quick look at the other side of the board. Yeah, that was the SIM card slot there. This did actually have a SIM card in it. Something I didn't even notice before, I don't think. And those DC sockets are useful, but probably cheaper to buy one than unsolder it these days. Did I miss anything? It doesn't go that way because there's a switch in the way there. Is it just this tape again? I think that was holding the other one on. Find some heat sinks and stuff. Feels a lot like something's, yeah, there's always a screw you miss. There it is. And more little heat sinking things. Yeah, nothing on the other side, just little solder balls. So that is that. Pretty uninteresting stuff. I might even just clip those bits back together so they can all go in the e-waste bin together. That must have gone that way. All sockets on the same side. Oh, there's the plug and another plug. Yeah, I think I'll just plug that together. And yeah, I wonder if that's any good for anything. Probably not. Might put it aside in my junk box. And I guess in theory there's probably a tiny bit of gold on that thing, but it could be anything. It's not necessarily gold just because it's gold coloured. And yeah, a couple of little pieces of aluminium, which I'll throw, now that I've pulled it apart, I'll throw them in the aluminium bin. I'll better get rid of that. Ugh. What is this stuff exactly? Some sort of goo. It's kind of a matte, but also very gooey. I think that other stuff will wipe off. Might get rid of it because there's a habit of getting all over you, otherwise you're guaranteed to pick it up by that blue stuff. Or it'll fall out or something, and yeah, of course you got to pick it up. Finger will go straight on it. So I'll put that in the recycling, worth all of 2 cents or something. And yeah, I don't know what what those boards will be rated as, mid-grades or something in scrap metal parlance. A few chips on them, but nothing too exciting. Though there would be more stuff under all these metal boxes. But I think that actually takes from the value, doesn't it, if you've got metal casing over things. And yeah, like I say, one of those is probably a nice 600 ohm isolation transformer, though it seems to have a lot of connections. But that must be the phone circuitry there, because you can see it comes in. Got a MOV by the look of it for transient protection. And a couple of capacitors, don't know what that other thing is. And a couple of resistors by the look of it. And you may only have 2 connections on this side used anyway, from the look of it. And that's probably 600 ohms out the other side just to isolate it. So no 240 volts or anything in here can get onto the phone line. But yeah, pretty useless bit of electronics, as expected. But I thought before I throw it away, I've got to see what's inside it. Got to work out how to get it apart, and got to see what's inside it, because chances are I'll never look in one again anyway. But it's just one of those things. I just love to see what's in things out of interest, especially if I'm about to toss them out. And I guess I'll just save someone a bit of work, because I'll probably just throw all this on the rubbish dump now and put that bit of semi-processed e-waste in the actual e-waste bin. And it's got to go to, what have we got here? Just a circuit board with some copper tracks etched on it, I think. This one's a bit different to the others. Very small circuit board. Which bit holds it? So there's something clipped here. Let's just get rid of it, and then we don't have to worry about it. That's all it is. Basically a little bit of etched board. And these other ones are just, like a twin. You can see a break there. So just 2 pieces of copper. Although they're both joined together by the look of it. And that one was the same. I think you can see 2 bits. One goes across this half, so they join them both, but have, obviously, so it can radiate in some way. Arc patent pending. And then there's another smaller, so these for different frequencies maybe. A lot of these things are multi-band, I think. Probably something like that. But getting up into the microwave frequencies and stuff. So that's what's inside one of those. I just thought it might be interesting to have a look, since I was pulling it apart anyway. If anyone's the slightest bit interested in it. And yeah, I mean, there is a bit of weight in that. There's still a bit of plastic attached, but surprisingly heavy for what it is. So possibly worth something for people that scrap stuff. Doesn't take very long to pull it apart, especially if you used a battery drill or something to get rid of all these bits and pieces. But I think I'll keep those screws, because there's some good useful, like those little metal ones are very handy for when you lose them out of laptops and stuff. They look like the same sort. These other ones are a bit random, but they're nice, small, thin threaded ones, so we'll keep those. To me, it was probably worth pulling apart just to get the screws out of it, since I need to renew my collection. But anyway, that's things scrap, so thanks for watching.